Brian is in Austin, Texas. Hey, Brian, how are you?
Hey, Dave. Pleasure to talk to you, sir.
You too, sir. What's up?
Not much. It's funny that you mentioned that SMART conference because that is what I asked my mom for Christmas this year. So we'll see if she comes through in the clutch.
Very cool. We'll see if she still knows Santa Claus.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Good
my
thing.
question for you today is my wife and I are paying off the last bit of our debt. It's a big chunk. It's $45K.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 car notes, 25 on my truck, 20 on her Nissan Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
And we've also enlisted the help of a financial planner. And it's a guy that I've just met with here in Austin. And he understands the whole Dave Ramsey concept. He gets attacking debt. But he says, why not put money in the market where it can earn, say, 6% and use the money that you were going to take and apply towards debt, and where that debt is actually only at like 3%.
Yeah, you need a new financial planner. This guy's an ignoramus.
And I want your backup on that. So what should I come back with?
You don't need to come back with anything except you're fired.
Okay.
You got the wrong guy. I mean, I'm not going to try to convince this idiot of stuff. The bottom line is this: the answer to your question, but not how to address him with it. Don't address him with it. Don't hire people that are this dumb. But the answer is pretty simple. This is standard crap in the financial world. Now, what kind of idiot would tell you to go borrow on your car to invest in the stock market? That's moronic.
It is moronic.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. And that's basically what he's saying. Because it's the exact same math as if you went and took out a car loan in order to invest in his mutual funds that he wants to sell you or whatever the crap he's selling you over there. But that's just dumb. So here's the reason that clicks in your brain when I said it in reverse. When I say it in reverse and you take a paid-for car and you go borrow on the car versus not paying off the car and putting the money in the market, which is the same math back and forth. It's still a balance sheet issue. And so, but the reason that it clicks in there is I always say we measure math with our brain and risk with our heart. And when I say it backwards like that, and I say, well, that's moronic, you go, yeah, it's moronic because I made you think with your heart, not just your brain. You measured risk. Mm-hmm. You suddenly measured risk is what you did. And risk is not in his formula. And by the way, if you had a sophisticated mathematical formula when you were doing your investment analysis, it would include a risk factor to it. Does that make sense?
Okay. It does make sense.
And you didn't have any math in there for risk whatsoever. And you put risk into your life when you borrow money. 100%. And the more money you borrow, the more risk you have. Now, actually, the weird thing is, Brian, in the financial world, in our formal training that we get, when those of us that study finance, like I've got a 4-year degree in finance and that kind of thing, we're taught to adjust for risk, but never on the subject of debt. We just say, well, don't compare this aggressive growth stock mutual fund with this regular growth stock mutual fund because it's more volatile, and there's actually a thing you can use that's a measure of risk called the beta, which is how far off of the S&P it is, how much more volatile than the S&P it is. The higher the beta, the bigger the risk, in other words. That makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. It means it's that much more volatile than the S&P is. And you can mathematically use an inverse equation and adjust for risk to compare that more volatile fund with a less volatile fund, and you don't compare the returns apples to apples, you compare them risk adjusted. But you don't compare that risk adjusted in your equation. Your equation was, you're making money in the market that's more than you make on the car. There was nothing in there for risk. That's why I said it's moronic, and it's naive, and it's primitive. And it's what half the stupid people in the financial world use. That's why it's so dumb. But boy, you see 8th grade math teachers and crap like this writing stuff on these stupid websites that act like they're supposed to know what they're doing, and they've never had any basic training in this stuff, and they don't assign risk to debt at all. And so their ability to crunch the numbers goes away. So no, you need to get a different guy if you're going to start doing, when you're ready to start investing, and you're not ready to start investing until you finish baby step 2, and baby step 3. Baby step 2 is you get the cars paid off. Baby step 3 is you finish the emergency fund. And then baby step 4 is you put 15% of your income into retirement and find someone that aligns with the program you're going to do. Now, if you're not going to do the stuff I teach, that's fine. Go with whoever you want. But don't try to get an advisor to tell you to do one thing and you're trying to do the stuff we teach is another thing. Get people that are in line with your beliefs and the direction that you're going to go. And then you'll get consistent advice and so forth. That's why you go, you can get a SmartVestor Pro and they'll advise you, but you're not ready for that yet. Not until you get these cars paid off. Or sell them. Let's see if they're weighing you down. You got a lot of car debt. I mean, maybe you need to sell them or one of them. I don't know. But I'm with you. Let's get rid of the car debt and then let's build that emergency fund and then let's start investing. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.